Hi, welcome to another Vinyasa Yoga Flow by the Lake. If you haven't flowed with me before, my name is Helen. Welcome. I'm going to be guiding you through a quite energizing Vinyasa flow. We'll really get into the whole body, so it is a full body flow with some nice hip and hamstring opening in particular. So whenever you're ready, we're going to find our way to a seated position, just resting your hands on your inner thighs or your knees. Finding seated cat-cows. So as you inhale, lift the chest, draw the shoulder blades together, look up. And as you exhale, round through top of the back, draw your navel back towards your spine, chin to chest. And just find a flow with this, one breath per movement. Really get into the upper spine in particular, but also releasing the hips, releasing the neck. And then we'll fold forward. So you can either extend the arms or bring the forearms down if that's available. And let the weight of your head drop down. As you lean into your exhale, you might find a little bit more length through the spine, maybe extending the elbows, finding a reach of the fingertips to the top of your mat. We'll take a couple more rounds of breath. Nice active exhale. And then inhale, reach your arms overhead. So we're interlacing hands, pressing palms to ceiling. And take a side bend to either side. Press the palms forward, round top of the back. And then lift the palms up to the ceiling, find length through the spine, maybe a slight chest opening. Bring the hands in front of you and fold over the legs once more. Reach over towards top left corner of your mat. Getting a nice side stretch through the right side of your body. Crown of the head points forward or down. And then we'll walk hands through the center, reach as far away as you can from the hips, over towards top right corner of your mat. And find a couple of deep breaths here. Relax the weight of your head down. And gently bring yourself back up to seated. We'll start to circle through the hips. So you're just going to send the weight side, front, side, back, and gently press your hands into the inner thighs or the knees. You're just gently unlocking the hips and the lower back. Fluid, gentle motion. Really use your breath. And then we'll just gently stretch out the neck. Right ear to right shoulder. You can rest your right hand on your left temple to increase the stretch. And then we'll do the same thing opposite side. So bringing your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Maybe your left hand gives you a little bit of help. Try to relax your right shoulder down. One more round of breath. And ease your way back to seated. Shift the weight forward. Sit the hips back. Child's pose. Let the forehead float. Maybe it grounds. Just try to release the weight of your head. Arrive where you're meant to be. Active exhale, draw your belly button towards your back. Find some more length through your back body. Sit the hips even further back on your next exhale. Maybe set an intention, if you'd like to, for your flow or maybe even the rest of your day. And once that's clear in your mind, shift your awareness back to your breath. We'll bring the weight forward. Drop the hips. Find your upward dog. Tuck the toes. So thighs off the mat here, lifting out of the shoulders. Press the hips up. Shift the weight back, downward dog. You could walk your dog out here. You might even start with bent knees. Don't worry about completely straightening the legs. Just a nice long spine. Now walk your feet to your hands. Make your way into chair pose. Sit the hips low. Reach the arms overhead, long back body. Pulling the belly button towards the back. Squeeze the thighs together, weight into the heels. Pick up your right foot, step it back, find high lunge, rise up, shoulders over hips. We'll drop the back knee, hands come to either side of your left foot, find half split. Forward into your lunge, rock back to half split. We're just going to find a couple of breaths like this, moving forward and back with the weight. Finding some length through the front of your right hip and your left hamstring. From here, draw your shoulders back over your hips, interlace hands behind the head, elbows wide. As you draw the elbows together, you'll pull the left sit bone back, come up onto the heel, find your half split as you send the chest forward and down, long spine. Lift, shoulders over hips, maybe find a slight arch, and then fold forward as you come into your half split. Lengthen the spine as you find your lunge, open the shoulders, and then close, elbows in towards one another, fold forward, half split. From here, transition into your twisted lunge to the left, right elbow comes down, ground the right hand, left arm sweeps back and up. Try to stack left shoulder over right. Widen through the chest. Then send the left sit bone back. Finding a twist in your half split. Back to lunge. Press the palms into the mat. Tuck the back toe. Step back. Downward dog. Find stillness or a pedal. Just try to melt the heart open. And then walk the feet back towards the hands. We'll find the same sequence opposite side. When you're ready, find your way to chair pose. Arms up. Core engaged. Weight into the heels. Pick up your left foot, transferring the weight into your right. Send left toes back. You could even slide the foot. High lunge. Bring the hands down to either side and find your way to half split. In and out, lunge to half split, warming up right hamstring and left hip flexors. Try to keep a long spine. Keep sending the chest forward, especially as you come to the lunge, open chest. Interlace hands behind the head. Close the elbows as you come to a half split with the right leg forward this time. Inhale, open the chest in your lunge. Close as you fold forward, and you can start to round and then lengthen and then arch through the spine. So just find a flow that works for you. We'll go for one more round. Open the elbows and then find your twist. So left elbow comes down, then plant the hand, right arm reaches up. Try to stack right shoulder over left. Pull the right hip back. So you're in a twisted half split. Chest turns to face front as you bend into the knee, step back to downward dog. Find stillness or a pedal. Sit bones to ceiling. From here, kick the right toes high, three-legged dog. Bend into your right knee, cross right leg over left. This is going to give us a deeper hamstring stretch and calf opening through the left side. Press your nose to your knee. Then lower onto the shins, open the heels to create space for your sit bones to come back and forth. So we're just rocking the weight back and forth a couple of times with the breath to open the outer hips, the glutes. Any strong discomfort, just don't take the hips quite so far back. But if you can, try to sit all the way back onto the sit bones and find a seated twist from here. So wrapping your left forearm around your right knee. Maybe you hook left elbow to outside of right knee. Revolve to face front. And from there, find your way to a warrior three, supported or hands in towards heart center in prayer. Lower the hands back down if they're not already there. Cross left leg over right. Forward fold. You could take opposite elbows and just allow the weight of your head to drop down. Not forcing in any way, just find your breath. Shift the weight into the toes to create space for the sit bones to rise. Release your hands down. Step back, downward dog. Same thing, opposite side for a deeper stretch through the back of the right leg. Left toes high, three-legged dog. Bend into the knee. And then cross left leg over right. Nose towards the knee. Shift the weight forward and drop onto the shins when you're ready. Keeping the legs crossed, open the heels, create space for the sit bones to come back, and then shift the weight forward again, onto the shins. Back and forth, a couple of rounds with the breath. Just gently easing the outer hips. And transition in whichever way is comfortable, moving maybe through to come to your seated twist. Right arm wraps around left leg. You could hook right elbow to outside of left knee in your seated twist. Long spine. Use the very end of your exhale to find a deeper twist. Unravel. Kick the right leg back, supported warrior 3, or palms come together and into your heart center. Navel to spine, long through the back body, wide through the upper back. Lift out of the hips. Bring the hands down, cross right leg over left, find a forward fold. Again, you could take opposite elbows. Crown of the head points to the floor, shift the weight into the toes. Take one more deep breath here. Release. Find your way back to downward dog. Engage the core as you shift the weight forward to your plank. Shoulders over wrists. Drop the hips. Thread the chest through the shoulders, upward facing dog with toes tucked. Press back to downward dog, long spine. Let's do that one more time. Shift the weight forward, plank. Drop the hips towards the ground, open the heart, look up. Exhale, press back to downward dog, long spine. Next, we'll hop the feet to the hands, bend into the knees, look beyond top edge. Nice. Find your way to chair pose, hips low, arms overhead. Pick up your left knee in towards your chest as you extend through right leg. We'll find our way to standing pigeon. So your left ankle comes over top of your right knee. Gradually start to bend into your supporting leg. Sit the tailbone back. And then start to melt the heart forward, keeping a long spine. Keep pulling your belly button towards your back. And fold gradually towards the ground. Gently bring it back up. Step back with that same foot. Find your high lunge, right foot forward. Lift out of the hips, out of the shoulders. Reach the fingertips as high as you can. Bring the left hand down, twist to the right, and start to extend through that front leg. So we're coming to a revolved pyramid, staying up on the back toes. Look towards your fingertips. Let's get back into the spine and hip flexors. Release right hand down, face front, bend into right knee, step back to a plank position. From here, drop the hips, thread the chest through the shoulders, upward dog. Press back to downward dog, hips up, long spine, relax the neck. Shift the weight forward once again, plank, core engaged. Drop the hips, open the heart. Press back to downward dog, hips leading. Bend into the knees, hop the feet to the hands. Let's find our way back to chair pose. Weight into the heels. Reach long through the fingertips. Come to standing, grow tall, pick up the right knee. Place right ankle over your left knee. And find your way to standing pigeon on the right side. Sending the tailbone back, the chest forward, long spine. See if you can send the weight into your left heel more than the toes as you spread the toes wide. looking just beyond top edge of your mat, holding your gaze, holding your focus, core engaged. As you come up to standing, draw your right knee in towards your chest, and then step the right foot back as you bend into left knee, back to your high lunge. Peel the chest up towards the sky, lengthen through the spine. Hands come down to either side of your front foot. Left arm sweeps back and up, twisted lunge to the left. Extend through that left leg as much as you comfortably can, revolve to pyramid. One more breath. And bring the left hand down, face front, bend into your right knee, step back, plank position. Take a vinyasa when you're ready. Chaturanga. Peel the heart up, baby cobra. Press into the hands, send the hips back, child's pose. Continuing to find length through the spine, send fingertips to back of the mat. And just let your head feel heavy here, a nice restorative version of child's pose. You could place your head to one side, forehead to the mat. Find some comfort. Let the torso feel heavy over the thighs. Finding deep rest. See if each exhale that you take can last just that little bit longer than the previous exhale. Roll through the spine. Maybe a little bit of movement through the neck, maybe some circles, or drawing one ear to shoulder, then opposite side. Coming into kneeling, find a toe stand. So we're spreading the toes nice and wide. Stretch the soles of the feet and the toes. And then finding your way to cross-legged, easy pose. Hands resting on inner thighs or knees. Shoulders relaxed down the back body. Grow tall through the spine. Equal weight through left and right side of the body. Deep breath in through the nose, down to the lower chambers of the lungs. Exhale, soften the shoulders more. Lean into just being, not doing, not thinking. Total presence of mind. When you're ready, maybe bring the hands into prayer, bow down towards the earth, closing your practice. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you at the next online flow. Any questions, please put them in the comments. Hope to see you next time.